I previously would never have imagined putting myself being the subject. And I've never, before this, I have never written, like, I find it very difficult to get thoughts and words out, particularly in a written form. And for some reason, when I started making this work, it kind of just poured out of me. When I found out that I was autistic, I then realised that I had absolutely no idea who I was. That I discovered this way of working using photography and collage. I just began looking through my kind of archives of pictures that I'd made, and I realised that I'd been documenting myself and my relationships through some difficult times, through having a miscarriage and before that an abortion, which all kind of led into me eventually having my son Phoenix. And when I had him, I was so grateful to finally be a mother that I was in a really different place, and I was actually able to look back over these images that I'd made.
Taking the photograph and then fold it or layering it to give it another kind of like, yeah, maybe another depth to it, and show the different layers of yourself as well.
The idea was that I would make work from three perspectives: the past me, the present me and the future me. I got my mum to send me lots of pictures. This was my best friend all through growing up.
It's kind of archive images from your family archive, and then the present with self-portraitures.
I would set up the camera and just let myself re-experience memories. And then with those images, I'm manipulating them, I guess, to express the autistic experience. And yeah, I mean, it got to the point with the project where I got to the point where I felt like I really hated it, and I didn't think that it was good for me anymore.
Yeah.
I've had that sort of feeling previously when making things, and I think it's almost like I get to a point like that just before I'm able to kind of release it. Yes. and begin feeling better. What made you apply? It was maybe 6 months after I discovered that I'm autistic. I knew that I needed to make some work around this. Decided I'm going to apply for this and put everything I had into the application.
Yeah. When you mean everything you have, kind of like, was this different?
I felt like I could answer the questions. This application was simple. I couldn't believe that a commission like this actually exists, because I just feel like over the years I've felt so frustrated because I feel very capable in some areas, and then I struggle so much in other areas. I love creating, and I love concepts, and I love finding the links between things. You and Danita have just been so supportive. I just feel comfortable that I'm able to share work and share ideas. I feel like you kind of encourage me to go wherever I want to go. And I mean, I'm particularly interested to see how it works in the next phase, where we'll be looking at which work will be included. And I feel like the most helpful thing actually was that I was able to have a conversation with Ricardo beforehand, and he helped me understand what the questions were asking. So that was massively helpful. There are some images from my childhood where I saw this little girl who's just wild and free, and I've realised that I think to come back to myself, that's who I need to find and who I need to become again. And of course, life is not going to be like this every day, but it's more like a representation of who I want to be inside.